right this week, and we are actually live and not private as I've done in the last couple of weeks, which really messes things up.
So if you can see us, give us a thumbs up and let us know, please.
Yeah, I still have to find us.
Yeah, I usually get a notification, but I'm waiting for that.
Yeah, this is why I want to make sure that we're. Oh no, it says we're live.
Yay!
Says we're live.
First time.
Says there's 4 people with us. Awesome. Okay. Happy Sunday, everybody. Hopefully you've had a blessed week, and we're glad to be back here again with you guys.
Sorry.
Wow. One of us is with you guys.
One of us wasn't prepared. He's like, should we just go live? Okay.
Okay, so I'm buffering like crazy, so hopefully it's not actually our live, because I don't seem to be able to see us anymore.
I never did get a notification.
Well, actually my phone disconnected, so hopefully the phone we're recording on is still working. I'm not sure why the one that I'm using to talk to read oh, I see chat. We're doing something.
Hello, Scotty. Hello. Oh, let me see.
Hi, Robbie and Sonia.
Where are we going here? I need my own phone.
Oh,
here.
You good?
Yeah, I just can't read that far.
Farm Olive Fords, welcome in. Scotty, welcome in. Okay. It looks like everybody can see us. Awesome. Wanted to make sure because the last few weeks I'm showing some difficulty with my technical ingenuities. When I go to start the live, I seem to be messing up. So this week we did it in one shot. That's a good sign.
Yeah, good start.
Good start.
Another beautiful Sunday.
It was actually quite hot today.
Yeah, it was.
Probably not hot like at your place, but compared to how we have been.
Yeah, warm to work in.
Joy, welcome in.
Hello,
Thank
Joy.
you for joining us. Yeah, I was actually, I had to come in to cool down, and I was getting some work done outside today, and I'm happy to say I've got the electrical done inside that building now. So I know we haven't put any videos out for the last couple of weeks. I did get one done this morning, and happy to have got that done. I feel very guilty when I start falling behind. But I am to the point where that building is almost done, at least as far as I'm concerned about for this year. I don't think I'm going to put the eave trough up until spring unless I get a good deal somewhere at the big box store. But
yeah, it's already in use.
It's in use. I call them condominiums, the aviary condominiums. 2 of them are in use. 2 of them, the only thing I have left to do is actually put the hardware cloth in around the perimeter, and then they can be utilized as well. So Cindy's silkies can move out of my
I don't get it. They
pheasant aviary.
No, it's not a pheasant aviary. They get along just fine with the pheasants. I don't see the problem.
They're crowding my pheasants. Anyway,
They're not.
my turkeys are fighting, guys. I don't know what I should do about that. I said to Cindy, I think we need to sell off 1 or 2 of the toms.
Yeah.
Because I don't want them killing each other. I don't know if they will or not.
They're usually so nice, but they're acting kind of mean today.
Well, to each other, they're fine.
Yeah.
They're fine with us. Unlike the geese, one of them grabbed my hand earlier, and
Oh, I missed it.
you did. I was filling its water, and these things are just mean. I don't know what somebody when I first looked at getting geese, I looked for a breed that was the most, I don't know, supposed to be the gentlest of the breeds. Settled with these buff geese, and I don't know, if any chance they get to grab onto us through the fence, they're on it. And it doesn't seem to matter if I grab them back. It's like they have a very short memory. Anyway,
Robbie has a nice comment there for you.
Robbie, sorry.
You should be honored.
Oh, that's awesome. Yes, Bert, the Bert breast just fits. Nice. I like that. Something's named after me. I kept, every time somebody at work has a child, I keep saying, you should name him after me. You know, not because for any good reason, just because it's such an uncommon name. And because a lot of people think my name is short for Robert or one of those common names, and it's not. It's actually a short form for Bertram. So it's nobody. I don't know anybody that has the same name except
We have a child named after you. You want to get
I
other
have-
people to name their children
I
after
have
you?
a child with whose middle name is mine. But anyway, but that's cool, Robbie. I'll have to watch to meet Bert in the videos.
Fuck with him.
We don't. I don't think we have any names for our roosters.
No, we had Rusty, our
Yeah,
original,
we have
and
Rusty. That was it.
and we had Roscoe,
Oh yeah.
and we haven't named him since.
No.
We have one chicken with a name because the kids named her.
Yeah, and she just runs around.
Our wandering chicken.
Our wandering chicken. We have 2 wandering chickens now. Actually, we
do.
have one.
She doesn't wander as far.
It's not a breast. It's a azure blue. She flies out of the fenced pen coop that they're in, lays her egg in the same spot every day, and then somehow gets back in. So she's doing okay.
Yeah. We used to try to catch her.
No,
and bring her back.
Bert is short for Bertram in my situation. Who's our Fergus and Big Hoss? So what was he afraid of, the hens or the other roosters? Just curious. We have a pile of breast roosters right now. I think we still have at
Too
least
many.
10, 9 or 10.
9 maybe.
So we've got them for sale because we could harvest them, guys. I don't want to keep them over the winter, that's for sure, because it's just a waste. We could, I suppose, harvest them. It's just we don't need
have
to. We just don't need to. And
We have
that's,
enough poultry in the freezer.
yeah, it's like those turkeys. I'm trying to decide what to do with them because ideally I think selling would be best, or I can maybe put one with the geese or 2 with the geese and see if they can hold their own with those nasty geese. Or I can put one with the goats. I don't know. I just need to get them separated. I don't want them hurting each other. But our freezers, we don't need the turkeys. And I'm getting a turkey from my employer on Monday. Cindy's mom has given us a couple turkeys that she's gotten free from the grocery store for, one of those deals where you spend so much money and you get a free gift, which would be a turkey. So anyway,
We have a lot of poultry.
we have a lot of poultry, and we don't need the turkey. Long story short. Anyway, we do have some baby rabbits. We had some unfortunate luck. We were a little late with our timing for a couple nesting boxes, and they didn't really prepare well. And it was first time moms, and they didn't go very well. So far, out of the 3, we have 1 litter still. So hopefully they do better next time. Hopefully we do better next time. We've kind of dropped the ball.
And we have a few of the lops ready for sale.
Yeah, Musgrave Family Farm, welcome in. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, this is the second time this year, guys. I think we've talked about this before. Mr. Samir Bahudar. Anyway, Samir, how are
Thanks
you
for
doing?
coming in.
Thank you for joining us. This is the second time this year we've passed our. We're in the positives. Because our goal is always to have the eggs that we sell, the chicken eggs, cover the cost of all the other animals here, including our dogs and things like that. And this is the second time this year we've come up in the positive as far as I just loaded up on chicken food. I just loaded up on rabbit food.
Right, so that sent us a tiny bit into the negative.
It
and then
sent us back down $30 below. But after, I think, a day or 2, we'll be in the positive again. But I say that because we went and we were in the positive earlier this year, and then I went and bought that used Brincia cabinet incubator. It was quite expensive, with the intention to sell our incubators, our older incubators, which we haven't been able to. So we sold 2 out of 5. So we still have 3 to sell, 4 to sell. No, 2 out of 6. We have 4 to sell still, which will really put us in the positive. But anyway, Pretty pleased that they're paying for everything else, because that's not also taking into account that we're getting meat, and that was paying for our meat birds this year to buy them. That was paying for our new billy goat. Everything that we buy that has to do with the animals. The eggs have covered, so it's always a good feeling. This year, I think was the last year we tried, but we never quite succeeded. This year we managed to succeed more than once.
Yeah, and it's mostly the eggs. It's not just the eggs. It's all
It's
the
not
little
just the eggs.
side hustles. It's
Yeah.
the Holland Lot rabbits. It's the veggie plants that we sold. It's
Exactly.
mostly the eggs. But
Rebecca, welcome in. I don't want to miss saying hello here.
hello, Rebecca. Hello, Tommy.
Thanks, Robbie. Yes, please hit that like button. Hi. Oh, did I miss Tommy? There he is. Hi. Oh, I don't know what happened there, but there was a glitch in the internet. So hopefully everything's still good, guys.
Yeah, it took 1 second and then it said you're live. So
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Our router has been acting strange. I don't know if I've got it overloaded because we do have a pile of Wi-Fi devices around the property between cameras and everything. Everything's wireless these days, and I don't know. Maybe the router that we have just doesn't quite have the capability to keep up to everything. So hopefully we're good. Okay, so yeah, Sydney's got lots for sale.
yeah, I had a litter of 7. I might be holding one of the females back to replace one of the females that we have who hasn't been successful yet, but we'll see. And we've had some interest in them, but no one's actually bought any yet. Soon, I hope. They're only just turning 6 weeks old, so.
Speaking of turning ages, our one daughter turned 12 this week, yesterday. So she had a birthday party. We had a homeschooling birthday party here at the homestead.
A friend party with
her
homeschool
friends.
During the week, which is one of the blessings of homeschooling.
Yeah,
You can do
so
your events during the
went
week.
quite well, and I think she was pretty happy. And but just while we're at it, we'll say hi to the kids because I know they'll probably be watching. And then yesterday was her actual birthday, so we did some family things and
Went to a movie.
Went to a movie, yes.
Which we don't do often.
No, but so it was a day dedicated to her.
So I hope it was fun. I think it was.
Count Cluckula. Good one, Scotty. That's too funny. Yeah, it still feels quite warm. Running around. Robbie sent a text a little while ago and asked if we were doing our live still. Like, speaking of which, I guess Hippie Cow Yay is not doing their live today. I believe that, as far as I know anyway, everyone else is. So after what would have been Hippie Cow Yay's time slot, Money Pit should be doing theirs. And then Robbie, I believe you must be doing yours. You never mentioned you weren't, and so on and so forth. I look down at my phone once in a while because
it's hard to read.
It's harder to read on the phone that's recording. So what else? Oh, so next week I plan to, now that I'm actually done working in that building, or very close to being done, I think I'll have it wrapped up within a couple of days early in the week. And I'm waiting for my door hooks. I'm using the condominium aviaries because it has the self-closing hinges, but I don't actually have hooks on the doors yet, which I need to do. But they're tied up because our Canada Post here in Canada, our Canada Post is on strike again. So
like
they're, I think they're finding it that it's just not a viable way of doing things anymore. I just think that it's cost them way too much, and it's very expensive to mail things.
The prices keep going up on stamps.
So I'm not sure what they're going to do, how they're going to deal with their cost cuttings and things like that. But anyway, my hooks are tied up at near Toronto because that's where they came in on I believe on an airplane to a sorting center, and from there, they have to be dispersed. And I don't know when I'm going to see them. But anyway, I could cancel it, I suppose, and reorder or buy somewhere else. But I might just wait it out because I don't think the birds are going to push the door open anyway. So
Unless they get really smart really fast.
yeah.
At least this year they didn't go on strike right by Christmas.
Yeah, well, it's not far away.
No, but most people haven't ordered their things and have them on the way and have them stuck in transit like that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, yeah. What else we got?
We still need to sell our tractors, chicken tractors.
Oh, the chicken tractors. Yeah, I'm
Clean
not
up the
selling my
yard.
tractor.
No.
My tractor needs to be repaired. I think I mentioned before the steering box, I believe, is gone in it. So I'm hoping that my next project is actually going to be to focus on my shop. I've got all the piping, everything I need for my wood stove, so I got to set that all up, and then I got to clean it. It is a disaster. It's always a disaster. I don't know.
It'll be so nice once it's done.
Yeah, and yeah.
See the enthusiasm?
It's such a big job. It's overwhelming, but someday. Robert, welcome in. Thank you very much for joining us. But anyway, yeah, Cindy was talking about the chicken tractors. I took all the runs down, got all that panel material put away. But the 4 tractors that we used in the yard, we decided that we're going to sell them off. I'd like to kind of not have to use them. I mean, they're ideal for rotational stuff, but we also have netting and things like that we can use if we do want to put something out in the yard and move it around. So we don't need the tractors, and they're you can't pack them up, put them away like you can the netting. So I think they're going to go. Whether or not we give them away or whether we get a few dollars for them will yet to be determined. So
Yeah, they're not my favorite design.
no, I think if I don't like them because they open up from the end. I bought these ones used, and they open from the end.
Which
so
is good for feeding and water, but not so good to catch
if you
them.
need to get something out of it, it's nicer when the whole thing opens up, and you can access the entire interior. So yeah.
Well,
Clara Wood, hello, welcome in.
hello, Clara. The garden's coming to an end. Still getting tomatoes, but I'm soon gonna just pull them because a lot of the tomatoes that popped up are smaller size than I want. I don't really want to be dealing with them. I don't know how that happened. How I got so many tiny cherries. I thought I planted a bunch of Amish paste,
Yeah, they're.
and I'm only getting a few of those.
Guys, I hope. Not sure why. I keep seeing that we keep reconnecting. Hopefully, it's not causing an issue on your end. I really don't want to have to break down and buy a new router because I'll have to get an even nicer one. But hopefully, I can figure out what's going on.
Or we could just find a way to disconnect something. There's so many things connected.
Yeah. Putty Cat, welcome in.
Yes, they are good in a salad for sure, but
They're yummy.
this is just more than we can handle.
Yeah, we give it a bunch away. I took a
Salami.
few baskets to work and things like that just to try to offload some of the people
In a nice way.
in a nice way, trying to be
Here,
generous.
take our
Here, take the tomatoes. We still have vines of buttercup
Buttercup squash, which we'll use that.
Yeah, to pick. I did mow down all of the area that was the big area that was all strawberries. So I think we'll spread some rabbit and chicken manure, and then when everything comes back up in the spring, I'll rotor till between the rows to start anyway. This year we tried mowing between the rows. I don't know. I don't think it works so well, but we'll see.
Yeah, start fresh next year.
Yeah, another shot.
Strawberries are great that way because they'll just pop up on their own.
Yeah, we just let them keep coming back. I know sometimes people replace them every few years, and
I can't imagine. It's too big of a patch.
yeah,
And well, they do replace themselves as well.
yeah,
We would
because
just have to
they
pull
just
the old
spread
ones.
and hopefully the stronger ones come back and away you go. So, I think I'm missing anybody here. Halloween is coming fast. Yes,
Yeah, I'm kind of dreading all the Halloween candy.
We've actually been, we were out to the thrift stores yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, the last couple of weeks we've been visiting a few thrift stores in our travels, and the kids have all picked out some costumes. I think are we all costumed up?
We are good, and I even bought a couple that are just bigger for like next year or whatever, because it was a really good price, and they're warm, fuzzy, onesie type costumes, and that's what we need around here. Because even if it's great weather, it's probably going to be chilly in the evening. So, yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, it's been quite warm, Pretty Cat. I think today was supposed to be, I want to say 27 degrees without the humidex. So it was probably close to 30 degrees today, which is fairly warm for this time of year. Because I mean, given this is like we were saying, it's October, Halloween here. It can be hit and miss. We can be getting snow, we can be getting rain. It really depends on the year. But a lot of times it's definitely usually cooler.
Mm-hmm.
You're usually wearing something warm underneath the costume. So yeah, it's been nice. Yeah, I'm not complaining, that's for sure.
This is like the nicest weather we've had all summer. Like,
It is
like
really.
the summer was nice, but it was super hot and humid.
Yeah, but again, we had that nice rain a week ago, but it's been like
Yeah,
nothing.
it's perfect. One day of rain.
Yeah, nothing
Right
since. It's been really blue skies and nice weather, so it's been good to get things done. And
Yeah, the just right temperature.
just right temperature. And I'm on the just right shifts right now, so I'm not working midnights at the moment, so it makes a big difference as far as being productive at home. So, yeah. Are you laughing at me? What?
You're looking at me like you're expecting me to come up with something.
Oh, I feel like I'm talking so much that I'm maybe not letting you
That's okay.
talk.
No, people like to hear you talk. Hello.
Not too hot, yeah.
Chico Saver.
Yes, hello, welcome in.
Somewhat right.
Yeah, Halloween in Florida. I imagine that's
Yeah.
yeah, you definitely wouldn't want to be wearing too many layers there.
No, I imagine you could wear whatever kind of costume you wanted there. We have to think ahead here. We have to think.
Yeah.
Is it going to be warm enough?
Is it going to be okay? Will the coat fit underneath the costume?
Yeah, because you don't want to put coats over top, but you know, if you wear a really thin costume, it's just not going to work. You're either going to have to suffer the cold, or you're going to be layering on top of your costume. That's no fun.
Yeah, that's true. So,
but the candy, not really looking forward to all the candy.
No,
We're trying to be healthy, and it seems like there's always a birthday or a holiday.
But the kids are good. Our kids are pretty good with their candy. Their
They
candy
are.
almost lasts them too long. It
It
by the
does.
time they use it up, sometimes the chocolate doesn't always look like it should anymore. Because
It's not bad. It's just older.
It lasts most of the year, because Cindy's like a candy Nazi. You're not getting all that at once, which is probably a good thing.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Buddy Cat. Yeah, you don't want to have it too early, or at least don't buy the stuff you like.
There's that, yeah.
Because then you end up eating it all.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we tend to go into town with our kids because we don't get anybody out here where we live. Our one farm neighbor invited us to stop there last year, I think it was, because they had gone to the effort of getting all these putting all these bags together for the kids in the area that knew about anyway. So they didn't want to waste it, I guess. So that was a nice situation. But typically, yeah, we take ours to town. They do their 3 or 4 streets, and we call it a day. But hey, Donald and Lisa, welcome in.
Hi, guys.
Nice to see you guys.
Pretty Cat, yeah, some kids it's more of the conquest for sure. But our kids actually like the end result too.
Yeah.
I've already told them we're gonna avoid the suckers and stuff, the pure sugar. We're gonna set that aside. The chocolate they can enjoy and the chips, but just that pure sugar is like,
Yeah.
I don't know. We're trying to be healthy. It's so
We're trying,
hard.
and the kids are being pretty good about it too. Our one boy reminds us how much happy he was one before the diet once in a while. He calls it the diet. Really, it's not a diet. It's just, we just try to avoid the bad foods.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of funny when he says it.
Yeah.
He used to be happy.
It's cute. Except it comes with some complaining.
Yeah.
But overall, no, they adjusted pretty well, actually. Okay.
Oh,
Robbie and Son. Yes, I was just talking to our oldest daughter about red dye affecting people just 2 days ago. And that's interesting that you mention it. I know different food coloring dyes do have an effect, but red seems to be the most common.
mm-hmm.
They even put it in medicine. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Because we had a friend who had to switch out the medicine that their son takes because it had red dye in it and it was making him react in some way.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. John,
Hey, John.
how are you? Welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah, so pretty limited then, Robbie, for Halloween. You know, I don't think it's a bad thing. I mean,
No, do you find, obviously there's red dye in red suckers or whatever, but is it in things like chocolate bars and other things? Because I think it's surprising somewhere, some of the places you'd find it.
well, I think it depends. I don't know if it's as common here, red dye. Because I know depending on where you live, some places they kind of told the companies they can't use it, so I don't know.
I think they let everything go here.
I don't know.
I think in the States is where they're cracking down a little bit sometimes.
Well, John, I'm on afternoons. Fortunately, the company I'm working for, they don't mandate people to work on afternoon shifts. It's the one shift you get on and you don't have to work the weekend. So when I go to days, I will probably be back to 6-7 days a week. And then midnights, it's guaranteed probably 6 days a week. So I'm kind of getting a little reprieve right now, and I really appreciate it. I'm actually getting caught up a little bit. Yeah, it's a curse and a blessing at the same time. It's nice to be busy, but and you never know. Like I think I mentioned before, guys, I work in the automotive industry, which is feast and famine. You never know. 6 months from now, you could be out of work. So it's kind of a, you know, I tell myself that to make myself feel better when I do have to work. Take it while I can type of deal, I guess.
I'm just catching up here. Robbie says you can't even use, Robbie or Sonia, you can't even use those bath bombs that change the color of the water. Putty Cat says even Doritos and Cheetos have the red dye. Makes sense because they're orange. So it really makes them overactive.
Yeah,
So interesting.
It's crazy. Like, why even bother, right? Why even use it? I mean, I get
Yeah, the appeal of the
the
color.
appeal of the color. Maybe make something look more appetizing, but at the end of the day, it must not make a difference in the taste. It's just visual, right?
Oh, interesting.
Chocolate, really? That's crazy.
That is
Wow.
interesting. Actually, that reminds me of something the moms were saying at the birthday gathering, that they use blue food dye to make things whiter. So there's like blue food dye in marshmallows and stuff.
Really?
Mm.
So basically,
What
if they
expect?
took away all these dyes,
Yeah,
what does that mean? Everything we eat is going to be like brown? Like, maybe I wouldn't eat so much of it. My green thumbs, welcome in. Nice to see you again. We appreciate all you guys that are on the live today, coming back to see us. Yogurt and pudding cups, yeah.
It's like you can't eat anything that's packaged at all.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because like, well, I don't. Do they dye the milk too? Because I make my own yogurt and it comes out white. So.
When you milk the
Yeah.
goats and cows, it's white.
Well, yeah, it is, but it's a little more creamy colored.
I don't know.
But that's probably the thicker
surprised they
fat
use
content.
surprised they use so much crap, and I shouldn't be surprised, but I mean I am. But hopefully, yeah, the Flintstones vitamins for kids. I've
For
read
sure.
that. Yeah, we try to, when we buy vitamins for the kids, we try not to buy any of that crap either. Yeah.
I used to take those.
You know what they say? They say if you eat, supposedly if you eat beef liver once a week, you get all the vitamins that you require. So I don't know. Maybe that's the ticket. Lots of liver. I like liver.
He's saying that because he likes it.
Yeah, if I didn't like liver, I'd probably be like, oh, vitamins. But I do, and supposedly, from what I understand, you get everything you require if you eat liver once a week.
Very
Like
nice.
gummies that don't have dyes, cereals and such, there are lots of things that are made with natural colors.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm sure there's companies out there that make the things more natural, but unfortunately they seem to charge more.
Well, there is that too, yeah.
And you would think it wouldn't cost more to make things natural, but maybe it does for preserving or whatever. I don't know.
Maybe. Or maybe it's because all the other stuff, there's just leftovers from whatever's been made before, and they turn it into something else, and it doesn't look appealing, but it's cheaper.
Yummy.
Just saying.
All right, back to liver.
Yeah, liver's good. Anyway.
That's interesting, though. I wouldn't imagine there was so much in.
Yeah, but again, I agree with that. I'm not a fan of it either, but at the same time, I do like when I watch the news across in the U.S. there, I do like what that Kennedy guy stands for. You know, guys, I think he's doing the right thing for you, and I hope that continues, because I think that's the kind of mindset that needs to be adopted in more places.
I think he's perfect for the job, because that was his main focus all along, was the health aspect. So I think he's the right person for that particular job.
And hopefully, you know. No, is that right, Joy? I know I like chicken liver too.
I don't know that I've had.
No.
Like, I don't know that I've had chicken liver. I think I've had beef liver, but
yeah.
do they taste different?
Yeah. But I like the taste of beef liver. I just throw it in a frying pan with like bacon grease and salt and pepper, and I'm in heaven. That's good. Or even when we process rabbits, we keep the liver, and we when we grind rabbit meat, we throw it in and grind it in. So
yeah, it's a little way to get healthy
little organ,
in there.
get some organ meat in there, and
yeah,
the kids don't know any better. So
except they're watching.
So yeah, I mean, we wouldn't do that to you guys.
No, of course not.
Beef brains, really? Hi, Leon, welcome in. Once I ate at a place in Egypt that only served beef brains and beef liver. I'm glad I like liver, so I could have a bite of each and bite of brains.
Oh boy!
Wow, I haven't heard of beef brains. I've heard of like pig brain, but yeah, not because I like what do they call it? Head cheese. Growing up, that was something my parents ate. Yours probably did too.
I don't think so.
We'll ask your mom today. Anyway, sheep brains, also popular in the Middle East. Interesting. Oh, doing well, Leon. At the cottage. Wow, must be nice. No, that's good.
It's a nice day for it.
Beautiful day to be at a cottage. We were just talking about that earlier. The weather's been so nice for this time of year. Yeah. Got here. Yeah. So anyway, where was I going with my train of thought? Oh yeah, back to the liver. But anyway, we just Cindy's mom was actually telling us recently that the place that's close by that we can actually get beef liver fairly cheap. I think she said it was $1. I don't know what. Well, I say cheap. I say cheap for what we would pay at the stores around here, guys. I don't know what it would cost you where you are, and I'm kind of curious actually. But for us, if we go to an abattoir that's not too far away from here, it's $1.99 a pound, which is, I mean, you can't balk at that, right? Like for $1.99 a pound of a healthy source of meat, right? So that's pretty good. Yeah, any of those organ meats, right, Buddy Cat? Like I mean, I'm not a huge fan of heart. I won't lie. I've never been as keen on that one, but it's really supposed to be, organ meat is supposed to be some of the best meat for you. So, Robbie, my aunt and great aunt both love to have squirrel brains and eggs for breakfast. You're not grossing me out, to be honest with you. I'm not. I don't love the idea, but I do understand that, you know, like any of that internal type stuff is supposed to be the healthier. Like even like you're kind of like bone marrow when you try to dig that out.
I would definitely have to have that ground up with other meat myself.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't get over the mental aspect of it.
I've always wanted, you know what, I don't even think I've had squirrel. I've always wanted to try it. I think it would be, when they run around my yard making a mess, I'm always thinking about how tasty they'd be.
I'm still waiting to see what goose tastes like.
I'm gonna find out pretty soon if they keep grabbing me. But yeah, we'll see. It would be actually, that will be something we could process for Christmas. Christmas goose.
Christmas goose.
A Christmas goose, maybe.
Sounds so old-fashioned.
Next one that grabs me by the hand,
you're up.
You're up. Your dinner.
Your number's up.
But anyway.
It's always the same one that's extra aggressive, isn't it?
No, it's always the males, but there's been a couple of them. So Putty Cat says they've had rattlesnake. I've never had snake.
No.
That'd be something. I would be totally willing to try it, but I have not had that. The problem in Egypt was consistency of the brains. They were fried, so they were crunchy on the outside and mushy on the inside. Yeah, no, that would not be good.
I could do crunchy. I couldn't do mushy.
No, Robbie, I think, yeah, I'm with you there. It would have to be no surprises.
Yeah, snake seems to be like a very clean cut meat from what we see on Naked and Afraid.
Yeah, some of them, we watch those shows where they catch them and eat them, and it looks like it wouldn't be so bad. But you know, I guess if you're hungry enough, kind of like the cow brains. If you're hungry enough.
Yeah, it looks better than some of the stuff they eat, like tarantulas and stuff.
Yeah.
It would take a lot to be hungry enough for that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I wouldn't mind trying that, Robbie. That would be tasty, I'm sure. A little salt and pepper. I don't know. I don't think I'm even that hungry, but everything sounds good to me right now.
Because we're talking about meat.
Yeah. Hodel Kutku.
Welcome in. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, happy.
Yeah, the sun's shining. It's hard not to be.
Weather's been good. Yeah, I can't complain. And you know what? And I enjoy the back and forth on the chat, guys. I do appreciate that. I do enjoy especially talking about things around the world and things like that. So, and speaking of which, some of you guys that are joining us that I haven't seen you on here before, tell us where you're from. We always love to hear where people are watching at, because sometimes we're quite surprised the locations that come up, and eventually I'm going to map it because it can be pretty neat to see where people are watching from.
Robbie, you're a good sport. I wouldn't want to insult somebody taking me out to eat either, but I'm not sure I could stomach crunchy and mushy.
Yeah, that'd be tricky. Yeah.
Putty Cat deep fried peanut butter and jelly sandwiches actually sound really, really good.
Wakanda. Huh. I can't place that.
No, me neither.
Wow. And if my phone wasn't recording, I'd be looking this up right now, but hopefully I'll have to check after to see where that is. I don't recognize the name.
That's cool. We always like seeing new names.
Peanut butter. What did I miss about peanut butter?
I think it's
Deep
pretty
fried
good.
peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Yeah, it sounds delicious.
Something else I've never tried, and maybe you guys have tried it. Deep fried just made me think of it. At the fairs around here, sometimes you get deep fried Mars bars.
Mm.
Doesn't that sound crazy?
Don't they also deep fried butter?
That sounds good.
It sounds hard to do.
It does sound hard to do, but I would be all over that too. I love butter.
Yeah.
I think Queen Elizabeth for sure.
What?
Mr. Andrew, welcome in. Why are you here? I don't know. Hopefully to join our conversation. They are nice. They are nice people. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Wakanda is a fictional African country in Marvel comic universe. Puttycat, thank you for clarifying.
Fictional. Okay.
Wow. I definitely would not have figured that out.
What are we talking about?
What have we been talking about? We've been all
food
over the
right now.
place, to be honest. Some of the people we've been talking to on the chat here have been talking about different types of food they've experienced over the years
And in different
and
countries.
in different countries. And we got on that by talking about food dyes. It just turned in from one thing to another.
Mm-hmm. We started off talking about the things we've accomplished on the homestead, but then it snowballed into
Snowballed from
much
there.
more interesting conversation.
Yes. ChatGPT. You know what? I use that more and more. That and what's the other one? Grok. I do use that a lot.
I only used it for the first time this morning.
Yeah.
He put it in front of me and said, "Here, type your question in here."
Yeah.
I don't know.
Robbie, you watch enough Marvel stuff to know. We don't watch much Marvel. Not yet anyway. I'm sure the boys will eventually get to that point where they'll want to see all that stuff. I don't know who Bill Burr is.
I feel like somebody said that name before.
I've been called many things.
He has.
But a friendlier version? I like it.
it.
I like friendly.
A comedian.
Oh.
It kind of rings a bell.
I'll have to check it out.
Mm.
What blanket are you working on now, Rebecca? And where is it going? Because I know you tend to work on stuff, then you end up sending it to various places.
I imagine if you didn't, you'd have a lot of blankets around you. Oh, Robbie.
I'll tell you what it is when you finish. Wow, that's trusting, but yeah, I guess it won't hurt you. It's just sometimes it's probably better not to know, right?
I don't know. I don't think I could do that. I'd be like, no, you're gonna tell me now.
Alaska.
Oh,
Nice.
yes.
I do remember.
Yeah,
You've been working on this for a bit. Yeah.
With the thick.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like a double.
Insulated kind of.
Yeah. Nice.
Very cool.
The internet structure is such a strange. Yes.
It is such a strange place.
It is.
It's really interesting and sometimes very strange.
Yeah. But we enjoy it if it's used for good. Cozy Gur reminded me of a beautiful graphic novel called Blankets. Recommend. And hello. I don't think I've said hello yet.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Andrew asked me anything. Where are you from?
Yeah. Tell us where you're from. Where are you watching from? It's
There's always one fly.
yeah. They're waking up again with the warm weather. UK for my sins. We do get people.
Are you saying you're being punished? I don't understand.
It's not meant to be a punishment watching us, but.
Or the UK. I don't know. Do you not like it?
We do get people once in a while dropping in from the UK.
Mm-hmm.
It's always cool.
Okay, moving fast here. Yep, absolutely, Puttycat. You can definitely react to foods you're not used to, even if there's nothing wrong with them at all.
Yeah, that's a good point. see here. That's funny, Robbie.
And they weren't even the ones eating it.
Eternal punishment for being from the UK.
Oh, boy.
Is it that bad? I see there's some rioting going on over there. What they'll let us see anyway. The news is kind of, filtered here.
Kind of filtered.
Kind of filtered. Not good. Well, thank you, Mr. Andrew. Childhood dish. You know what? One of the things I used to love eating was a child, and I don't eat anymore. But when I was a kid, I used to think it was the greatest treat was wieners and beans. Just canned beans, like brown beans, and chopped up hot dogs, wieners, mixed together. That was like a happy day. I don't know why.
Good enough.
I'm not sure what, I'm sure it's called different things in different areas, but that was something I always enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Thank you, Robbie. Yep, Hippie Cow Yay. Homestead is not doing their live
Baked beans
today.
and sausages. Yep. Corrupt government. Yeah. It's still here. I love England, just not the cities. It's scary when you watch what goes on. And Cozy, it's we catch bits and pieces through the internet, obviously, because you don't get to watch it on mainstream news here because it's all filtered. The governments, I don't care what country you're in anymore. The governments, you see what they want you to see, and that's unfortunate. But
which was probably always the case, but we just know it now.
It's more obvious now. But I do hope things work out for the better as far as that goes. For people are standing up for themselves these days, and that's always good to see. Without saying too much, I guess.
Yeah, so
Beans and weenies is a great meal.
yeah, some people have been getting sick from bottled water in some of these countries they visit, which, yeah, I get it. I think they do often just fill them right from the tap, which is fine for the people who are used to it, as you were saying before. But if your body's not used to it, then that's no bueno.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think they're not always sealed when you're in those situations. Spunky, you steal candy from babies.
Babies don't eat
candy.
It's when they get older that it's harder.
Mr. Andrews, yeah, that does sound like a good read. Yeah, it's frightening when you see some of the oppression from the developed countries, right? Like you wouldn't expect it, but it's happening.
Don't mind me.
Yes. Time to top up, guys.
I'll be your waitress today.
Oh, thank you. No tip for you though.
No surprise.
Oh, traveling on a plane, yeah. We don't get to travel a whole lot these days, so I can't really say I've experienced much of that, but
no, animals keep you from doing that.
Yeah. So when you were in Romania, the bottled water they brought you had gas in it and wasn't cold. I could barely drink it at first. After 2 weeks, it was fine. Robbie, when you say gas, like
bubbly,
are you talking like what is it in the water around here that smells?
Chlorine?
No, in the farm water.
Sulfur.
Are you talking like a sulfur type gas, or is it supposed to be like carbonated? I'm just not following, I guess.
It's interesting though. After 2 weeks, it was fine.
Yeah, Mr. Andrews is wondering the same thing. Was it when you say gas?
I think you get used to all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't like the chlorinated water. We have a little filter like
Yeah,
a little tap. And I can tell if,
we use a reverse osmosis for our tap water, like our drinking water.
yeah, if I boil water in the kettle, like boil it, I can use tap water, regular tap
carbonated.
water. But
Okay.
if I make coffee where it just gets really hot but doesn't boil, I can't use regular tap water, or I can still taste the chlorine.
Yeah. For water snobs. Although I do like a good Perrier, Robbie.
We don't buy
We don't
fancy
buy it.
bottled water.
We don't buy it. But if I am somewhere where I have sometimes at work we'll have meetings or whatever, and they'll let us have a drink, and I'll grab the Perrier water, the fancy stuff.
Ooh. Ooh la
Feel
la.
very posh.
Fluoride in the water. Yep. I'm with you there. I am not a fan.
Yeah, we don't even allow, if we can help it, we don't even use it as a dentist with our kids.
We did once or twice, but we stopped.
Yeah.
And now they're just like, so you don't do fluoride, right? So they're not even fighting us on it anymore.
Water situation in Flint, Michigan. I haven't heard much about that, Mr. Andrew. I don't know. I don't know that I've actually heard what the water situation is there, to be honest. Maybe some of our U.S. People in the chat will have a better idea, because it might be one of those things that just isn't hitting our news here.
Yeah. Not that we really tune into a lot of news.
No,
For
not a lot of
myself, either.
time.
Anyway, unless it's on my news feed on Facebook, I don't really see much of anything.
Oh, you have a spring. That's excellent. Donald and Lisa, that would be the ideal. Yeah, I don't know of any springs around here, but that would be, if you have something like that, you're fortunate. I do remember actually in your videos that you have the spring. Fracking, yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay.
So this is something that happens, recurring problem in Flint.
Yeah, it could
That's
be.
a shame.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are they under a boil water advisory or something?
You know, sometimes you see that around here where they get the boil water advisories. Usually that's when they're downstream from some of these big chemical factories, because we're fairly close to Chemical Valley, they call it, which is another name they call Sarnia.
Yeah, like driving distance.
We're not close.
They won't affect
Close,
us,
but we're within, half hour, 40 minutes. And that whole area, once in a blue moon, anything downriver, we'll get a water advisory because something's leaked, and it's scary.
Wow, Robbie, that's quite an increase in your water bill. Every once in a while, I'll see people on Facebook talking about how much their electricity or their water has just skyrocketed. I don't know if ours has or not, but
Water is over $200 a month. Wow. I've been complaining about ours, and it's about $250, I think, every 3 months, Robbie. But we don't have the option of a well here. We don't have one. At one point, our property and the two around us were all on one farm well, and the neighbor has since, obviously, our place and the place on the other side have all gone to town water, and the original farm, they've chopped off that water supply. And so even if we did put a well in, we would likely have sulfur water because of the area that we're in. But yeah, I've been complaining. It's because of the fact that we catch so much water in rain barrels and things like that, and yet it always seems like our bill is still high.
it's just something they've tried to stop in some places, catching water in rain barrels.
Yeah.
They don't want you to do anything for free.
Do we bother with politics? Depending on what you mean, Mr. Andrew.
Yeah, we're not super political, but we have our opinions.
Yeah, we're what they would consider right wing, I guess. We're a little bit to the far right. Flint, they switched over water sources, and the water was corrosive. Okay, is this? 'Cause I know there was some issues, I think, with lead and things like that. Oh, there we go. Yeah, since the water was corrosive, it stripped lead from the old pipes and lead got into the water. Yeah, that's the thing. Where am I here? I keep scrolling too far.
Robbie's saying it was a 3 to 4 time increase in the water bill. That's a nasty surprise.
That's ridiculous. Yeah.
Coziger, we're not off grid. We're on the grid for electricity and everything. It'd be nice to generate our own if we could, but
What does right wing mean? Far, very, very conservative, I guess is what you would say. We don't like
what's happening?
what's happening in a lot of situations. We don't like government intervention. I don't like being told what I can and can't do. I do understand, I understand that there needs to be laws and law and order, but I do believe that people need to be able to think for themselves to a certain degree if it's not hurting anybody, right?
Yeah, government overreach is what we're fans of.
Yeah, I don't like it when they're filtering what I can read about or what I can see in the news. I don't, if something's happening in your country, I think I should be able to see that without being filtered. And, same as when we were having the riots here and the protests, the trucker protests, if you recall, during COVID. And, when they were running people down with horses and beating people, the things that they don't want you to see on TV. But
thank goodness everyone has their cell phones and they're streaming, they're live streaming. That's why this stuff gets out.
Yeah, exactly.
Farm to Table show will be on at 8 o'clock the next 2 weeks in place of Red Dirt Rooster Road. Thank you, Robbie.
Excellent. Thank you for that.
Hello, Duncan Family Farm. Thank you, Money Pit Homestead. Yes, please give us a thumbs up if you wouldn't mind. That'd be very helpful. Are we happy with Trump and company? Well, we're Canadian, so
yeah, we're in Canada, so I mean,
it could have been worse in my opinion. I'm not saying that everything's great, but the alternative didn't look so great either.
Hey, the real blue nose, welcome in. Another one from the UK, which is cool.
Anti-censorship, yes.
Yes, we are anti-censorship.
Pretty cat, I'm with you. Hello, real blue nose. No, we're Canadian. We're very close to the States, but we are in
we're very close
Ontario.
to the American border, the Canadian-American border. As much as we're two different countries, we see the Americans as very much being like us.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
I think for the most part, it's reciprocal. Other than when it gets political, that makes it a little tough. But
yeah, Putty Cat. Yeah, I believe you are in one of the best states to be in as far as that stuff goes.
I love going to Florida. I haven't been in a long time, but as far as being conservative, you're in the right spot, I believe.
Hello, Catarega Emmanuel. Thank you for joining us. Where do we recommend visiting?
Where do we? Wow, that's
so hard.
If you're coming this far, spend as much time as you can and try to go from one side to the other, basically, because it would take you a long time. But if you're going to make the distance, you may as well if you can.
And it's like visiting a bunch of
because it's very different. Different parts of Canada are very different. Actually, when I first read your name, I thought it was interesting because I'm from Nova Scotia. We live in Ontario, but I'm from Nova Scotia. In the area of Nova Scotia I'm in, Cape Breton Island, they call people the Blue Nosers. And just because of the ships that were built there at the one time. And the one of the sailing ships was called the Blue Nose.
Mm-hmm. And if you're crossing and you go across Quebec, then it's like being in another country altogether because another main language.
Yeah, it's very different depending on where you travel. So if you have the opportunity, definitely, it's same as if I ever get to go to Europe, I'm going to make the most of it and travel as many countries as I can.
Yes, Alberta is beautiful, Cozy Girl. The Canadian accent. That's funny that you say that. We don't hear it, that's for sure, but I'm sure there is something. In Uganda, thank you for joining us.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, but I get what you're saying. It's funny because I don't have too much trouble with accents, but it's Cindy needs subtitles. It doesn't. You can be speaking English. It doesn't matter. You're just like
And
she's
no
looking at me like,
offense to
do you know what they
anybody,
said? I'm like, yeah.
But it's not just me. It's not just me, because you watch some TV shows, like reality shows, and they're speaking English, but with a very thick accent, like it could be Scottish or whatever. But they have subtitles when that person is speaking, so it's not just me.
PSV Odyssey, welcome in. Before we miss saying hello to you.
Yeah, because we have to duck out of here real soon.
Oh, it's after 5 o'clock, guys. I hate to end this, but we're gonna have to wrap it up soon. But I would love if some of you guys that just came in, we go on here at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time every Sunday, and we would love to see you guys back and have the opportunity to continue these conversations because I'll be I enjoy it. I really do.
Yes. The Real Blue Nose, thank you so much for liking and subscribing.
Oh, appreciate that. Thank you. Yes. Because yeah, it's funny. It doesn't matter where you travel, right? We love traveling into the U.S. as well, especially in the farther south you go.
I love the southern accent.
The southern accent.
That one I understand.
Very cool. I mean, I know we all have an accent. It's just funny, and it's the same here. Like in Canada, it's the same thing, guys. If you travel to the East Coast, those provinces, you're gonna think you're in a different world sometimes. And Northern Ontario, where you got that French English combination, you get a whole different accent. And even if you go to the West Coast to BC, they're same thing. It's a different accent again. So that's one thing that I think is cool. It doesn't. I love accents. I don't know why, but
It's neat.
It's neat how regional, depending on where you are, things are different, right? There's that slang. Because I mean, really, as far as English goes, the only proper English, I guess, realistically, is if you're in the UK, right? That's where it originated. So the rest of us all have a different slang version. I would say. So.
For sure.
But yeah, y'all come back. Okay, guys, we have to go and pick up our kids and have dinner with my in-laws, and would really love if you would come back and see us. And don't forget to come and hang around if you don't mind, because in an hour, Money Pit Homestead, who is Donald and Lisa, you'll see them in the chat there. They have their live in 1 hour. And right behind them will be Robbie and Sonia at the Wild Huckleberry. Okay, so check those channels out, guys. Go spend some time with them. They're great people to talk to as well. Okay, if you want to hear different accents, there you go. See you guys.
Thanks so much, guys.